It was a bright, crisp winter's day on the island of Sodor. All the engines were hard at work carrying passengers and freight. Thomas was very excited. He had a special job to do. The toy shop was to have a grand opening for the winter holiday season. The workers at the toy factory had worked hard to make lots and lots of toys in time for the grand opening. Thomas's job was to take toys from the factory to the toy shop. It was hard work, but Thomas was enjoying it. He felt really useful doing something so important, and he was looking forward to seeing the children's happy faces. On the day of the grand opening, Sir Topham Hatt came to Tidmouth Sheds. "A new machine for the toy factory has arrived," he said. "Henry, I want you to pick it up from Brendam Docks and take it to the factory as soon as possible. And while you are there," he added, "you can take the last load of toys from the factory to the toy shop." Thomas was disappointed. He thought that was his job. Maybe he could pick the children up after school and take them to the grand opening. But Sir Topham Hatt gave that job to Emily. "You ought to do other jobs today," he told Thomas. Thomas hurried off to start his new jobs. But he was very sad not to be helping with the grand opening. The signal at the next station was red. Thomas stopped. The station master was waiting for him with a message. It was from Sir Topham Hatt. "Emily has broken down," said the station master. "You must get all your jobs done as quickly as possible. Then you are to collect the children after school and take them to the toy shop." Thomas was sad for Emily, but excited to take the children. He puffed away quickly. There was a lot to do. Thomas was happy to be helping with the grand opening after all. He almost burst his boiler as he puffed around the island. At last, Thomas finished his jobs. He picked up Annie and Clarabelle and steamed off to collect the children. Thomas puffed through the docks. He was surprised to see Henry was still there. Then Thomas saw that Henry was trapped by a large crate. "What happened, Cranky?" asked Thomas. "That crate slipped off my hook," snapped Cranky crankily. Thomas was worried. Henry still had to collect the last load of toys from the factory for the toy shop. "What if the toys arrive late for the grand opening?" wished Thomas. "The children will be very disappointed." "I'll go as soon as the line's clear," puffed Henry. "I know," puffed Thomas excitedly. "I can collect the toys from the factory. Then I'll pick up the children." "You won't be able to pull all the cars of toys as well as Addie and Clarabelle," said Henry. "Don't worry," Thomas whistled. "I can do it." And he puffed quickly away. There was very little time left before the grand opening. Got to hurry, puffed Thomas. Doing our best, chanted Annie and Clarabelle. At last, Thomas reached the toy factory. He was coupled up to a long train of freight cars, and he set off for the toy shop. Thomas had been working hard all day, and he wasn't used to pulling such a heavy load. "It's very hard work," he puffed. You can do it, sang Annie and Clarabelle. Soon Thomas was steaming up Gordon's Hill. Must get to the top, he huffed. But he went slower and slower and slower, until eventually he stopped altogether. I have to go on, wished Thomas, but he wasn't strong enough. The train started to pull Thomas backwards down the hill. He applied his brakes, but it didn't help. He slid all the way to the bottom. Thomas was very upset. "I've let everyone down," he puffed sadly, "especially the children." Just then, he heard another engine coming. It was Henry. The workmen had cleared the line at the docks. "What's the matter, Thomas?" Henry asked. Thomas told him. "You were right, Henry," he said unhappily. "This load was too heavy for me. I should have listened to you. And now I know I need your help." "What can I do?" chuffed Henry. "You take the freight cars to the toy shop," whistled Thomas, "and I'll pick up the children. But we must hurry." Henry chuffed as fast as he could to the toy shop. Thomas puffed around the island as fast as he could. The children cheered when they saw him coming. "You won't be late," he whistled as he steamed from station to station. And they weren't. Thomas arrived just in time for the grand opening. It was a magical sight. There were colored lights, balloons, and lots of toys. Sir Topham Hatt declared the toy shop open for the winter holiday season. Everybody cheered. Thomas was so pleased to see the children's happy faces. "You were right, Henry," Thomas tooted. "In future, I shall leave pulling the heavy loads to you."